between now and the NFL draft, the Arizona Cardinals will, you got to choose one. Trade DeAndre Hopkins, trade the third overall pick, do both, do neither. Those are your four choices. Between now and the NFL draft, which is 2.5 weeks from the now, they'll trade DeAndre Hopkins, the third overall pick, both or neither. What do you got for me?
I'm not big on prognosticating, Rich, but since it's you, I'll play along for a second.
Just grab your crystal ball that I'm sure you got at the Disney shop in Orlando. What do you got for me? What do you got for me?
I think that's the only thing we didn't buy there, Rich.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say if I had to guess, I would say both. Now, there's clearly not a lot of momentum yet on the Hopkins deal getting done. And in terms of the number 3 pick, that's going to require someone to give up the type of draft capital to make the Cardinals move out of that spot. It's one thing to drop back to number 4, the Colts move up to 3 and take the third quarterback off the board. It's a completely other thing to say the Cardinals are going to go down to, let's say, 7, hypothetically, with the Raiders. Are you getting the same caliber of player at 7 that you would at 3? But again, if I had to guess, I would say both. But is anything imminent on either front? I'm not aware of that.
Okay. And so tell me who loves Anthony Richardson the most. What are you hearing about that?
It's a really good question, Rich. I was at that pro day, and the Raiders had spent a lot of time with him. They took him out to dinner the night before. They're bringing him in for a visit as well. And they've done a lot of diligence on the quarterbacks, which is interesting because if you look at Jimmy Garoppolo's contract, it's really – he's going to be the quarterback for 2 years. There's not a lot of outs in the deal. He's due like $50 million over 2 years. He's going to be there. But with Richardson, you're also getting a guy who you probably don't want to play day one. I know that people are going to look at the athletic skill set and say that that is a match to Shane Steichen coming from working with a Jalen Hurts. You get another quarterback who's really athletic, can do things outside the pocket, can do zone read, big arm, can push the football down the field. It kind of checks all those same types of boxes. But Jalen Hurts has played a lot of football at Alabama and Oklahoma. And Jalen Hurts' mindset is rare in terms of the seriousness with which he approaches the game. With Anthony Richardson, you got really 1 year of tape. And he didn't really, I talked to the head coach down there prior to the pro day who was saying, he was coming off an injury. He didn't even get a normal spring. He just kind of went out there and made things happen. I've seen, the comparisons to Cam Newton. He was the best player in the country. Or Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was off the charts smart and had thrown like 100 touchdown passes at Texas Tech. This is a different type of a thing here. It's a classic boomer bust type of situation. I know people are going to be wowed by just the talent, and you stand there and you look at him. He's a big guy. Like, he's a big man. But this is, would you normally be talking about drafting that guy at number 3 overall? It's a challenging sell from a risk standpoint, but again, it's a quarterback-driven league. There's value in building around the young quarterback, especially if it's somebody who can be in front of him for a little bit here. It would not surprise me at all if Anthony Richardson is top 5 pick and maybe even number 3.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.